Welcome to the Backlash. I am your host, Rebecca Hargraves, joined as always by Mr. Dave Riley. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Total fly death in this
Total
house.
fly death. We're killing all of the flies.
I know that some of you live in North Idaho, and it's a huge problem. It's everywhere I go, fucking flies. They are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not what we're going to talk about, though. You can find us on X at Real Backlash, our website, thebacklash.net. Support us on subscribestar.com/thebacklash, patreon.com/thebacklash. Send your super chats that will be read live at the end of our show to thebacklash.net/super chat. Sub to us on YouTube, although we are demonetized. That was fun while it lasted. At Real Backlash, Rumble, Backlash Podcast. We have an Instagram account now, apparently.
And you can find all of our platforms at thebacklash.net/subscribe.
Except for our TikTok.
I feel like I should change the name of that slug.
I don't know.
It's there. If you go to about platforms, you can
find it there.
It's all there.
Except for our TikTok, which is at Backlash Podcast.
Right.
At Backlash Pod. I totally know what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. We got demonetized.
We
need help. We got demonetized, and I didn't actually do the books, but our accountant, treasurer did the books.
Yeah.
Man.
Rough month.
Our expenses are up.
Yeah.
We got a clipper.
It's a problem.
We have an intern now.
We do. Yeah. A paid intern too.
Paid intern.
Yep, totally.
Because doing big things.
We're trying. Yeah.
Shh, we haven't introduced you yet. Shh. No,
so because we got demonetized, we decided to have Gypsy Crusader on because he's clearly going to help us in our struggle in our Mein Kampf to get monetized. What are we doing here? Hi, Paul. It's been so long since I talked to you. It's been a few years.
Been a little while. The last time that we spoke, I think I was out of prison for maybe about a month. Not even.
Yeah.
Prison? What were you in prison for? Prison or jail? Prison or jail?
No.
There is a difference.
No. Jail is like the vacation spot you go before they send you to prison.
Right.
I was in federal prison.
Oh, shit. What for? I don't know about this.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about this. Is it a bad thing?
No, it's awesome. Give us a little rundown.
It is. All right. So essentially what happened is that the ADL worked with the FBI to drum up a ridiculous gun charge against me and then sent me to prison. And that was right along the lines when I was really gaining steam online. I mean, my clips were all over the place talking about, I don't know if I could say it on YouTube, the tiny hat people.
Oh, yeah, we talk about that all the time. I mean, maybe we wait until we hit the 15-minute mark.
And whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, here's the article from the ADL. White supremacists
white supremacists charged with weapons. I mean, it didn't matter that people were threatening to kill me all the time. That didn't matter.
Wait,
it
go back
didn't
to
matter
that
that I had been
top.
doxxed into oblivion. That didn't matter. Only thing that mattered was I had weapons on me to try to defend myself because people were literally trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And the ADL, and again, this is not me like conspiracy, blame it on the Jews. No, the ADL, they bragged about it on their website, putting me away.
Yeah.
They wanted to they were demanding the prosecution try to charge me as a domestic terrorist, give me 30 years in prison.
Unbelievable.
All of this crazy shit because they hate anybody. They want to destroy anybody that has the guts to stand up and say, we're sick of Jewish tyranny and influence in our government. We are tired of their degenerate nonsense. We are tired of all of this Israel this and Israel that, hate white people. They hate anybody that's like that, and they want to destroy their lives. And that's what they did to me. Thankfully, I was able to make it through prison, and I've come home, and I've been home for it's going a little bit over 2 years now.
Nice.
And thank God, I give God all the glory. I'm bigger now than ever, more people watching than ever, and it's been a real pleasure and an honor to do this.
You're quite literally bigger than ever. You're looking super jacked these days. I saw a video of you getting harassed at the airport by some Hebe-faced man, and I was like, wow, Paul's a
well,
really
you remember me when I got out of jail. I was very skinny.
Yeah.
because I mean, 3 years of starvation. I look like some of those fake Holocaust pictures that they put up, you know, that's how I looked.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I was like, you know, I think I should look the part a little bit more. And I started hitting the gym, and you know, I'm training now. Like I used to fight, but unfortunately because of what I do, I'm not really able to train the way I want to anymore. So while I do still do things to keep myself sharp in case someone want to throw them hands and shit, but on the other hand, you know, I'm lifting weights all the time, 6 days a week, and I feel better than ever. I feel strong. I feel very clear-minded, healthy. So I'm doing good.
Yeah. I heard you say in your interview, is it Hermes? I don't want to say that incorrectly.
Hermes.
Hermes.
Hermes?
I'm saying it like the person.
Hermes.
Oh, is it Hermes? It's not like the designer bag.
Hermes.
No, I don't think it's like the designer, not Hermes. No.
That every white person, and I've heard you say this before, is one bad day from being just like you. Can you give
Yes, they are.
the audience that's not familiar, because you were kind of a normie conservative in the beginning. I've watched your political genesis. I've seen it happen. And now you've gone turbo racist in the best way possible. Can you talk a little bit about your genesis, Paul?
Well, I mean, there was a time when I was a conservative journalist. I mean, I even liked Charlie Kirk at the time, and I'll get into all that a little bit later. But yeah, that's what I started out as, and I wanted Trump to win. I went to his rallies, you know, stuff like that. I interviewed people at some of the rallies that I did attend, and I went to. I'll try to just give you the short version and sum it up, because some people have heard my story already. I don't need to like go through the whole thing, but I was attacked by Antifa at a rally in New York. I was doxxed after I fought them off, and they stole my bag with a bunch of my personal information in it. I was doxxed on a Twitter page at the time with like 250,000 people.
Oof.
The harassment and the death threats were almost immediate. Fired from jobs. Harassed my trainer that I used to coach out of because as I said, I used to fight. So when you're a fighter, my fights are online, and it says the gym that you fight out of. I mean, my trainer was harassed. I was fired from that job, kicked out of my gym, blacklisted from the fight community. And then I continued to be a journalist. I started going to the Black Lives Matter riots because I wanted to cover them. Black Lives Matter doxed me because they got my information from Antifa. And then Black Lives Matter started to harass and use death threats against my mom and dad.
Duh.
They even went as far as to come to my parents' house with 60 niggers to, I can't say that. So, whatever, monkeys. 60 monkeys came to the house and harassed my mom and dad, said they were going to kill them, said they were going to burn their house down with them inside of it.
Good Lord.
All of these things happen. Again, I'm leaving out a lot of details that really kind of made me who I am now. But, you know, radicalism is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. And I was pushed, you know, and I do say that to everybody. I talk to people who are not as racist, or I don't even think I'm really racist. I'm a realist. And I've talked to them, and I try to explain to them, especially white people, like, listen, you need to have like a racial awakening with things. You need to stop pretending like there's not a difference. And they'll tell me that I'm horrible and all of this. And then I'll just say back to them, like Rebecca said, you are one bad day from being just like me. And nobody forgets the day that they began to hate. Nobody.
Oh, yeah. That is so true. Yeah. When was yours?
Well, similar situation. Got doxxed by Antifa. They started coming after my parents' business. You know, they got the TV vans parked outside my house for a week. You know, I had to go into hiding and turn in my resignation wearing a bulletproof vest. You know, this is after Charlottesville.
Wow, it took you that long
What do you mean?
to start becoming racist?
Yeah, I wasn't even aware of like the whole race thing. And I like, before somebody sat me down and like explained the Donald Trump thing to me. And I was like, are those numbers about immigration real? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm voting for that guy. Because I initially was like, I want to do Ben Carson, you know, like I thought he was smarter and all this stuff. But once somebody ran me through the immigration numbers, and it's inevitable.
Right.
So it's like, I have to vote for Donald Trump. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay. And then I read a little book by Kevin McDonald called The Culture of Critique, which was just re-released. Its third edition by AntelopeHillPublishing.com. Shameless plug. But, you know, when I read that book, it started to click with me and, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I was woke on the JQ stuff by 2012, but I wasn't woke on anything racial until about 2015 or 16.
So you did this in the reverse order.
Yeah.
The JQ stuff was hard for me.
That was easy. That was like the first step.
Oh no, I was highly resistant. You know, I went like turbo hatred on Muslims. That was easy.
Yeah.
That was step number one. But the JQ stuff, I was highly resistant. And Millennial Woes had sent me this video in like 2016. And it was this video of these two older Jews that had always lived in Europe. You know, they had enjoyed all the benefits of Europe their entire lives. And one of them said, like, the last thing I'll do before I leave Europe for Israel is spit on the ground.
What?
And I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And then that Barbara Specter clip, of course, the famous Barbara. And then after that, I was like trying to...
Have we played that on the show?
Avoid that. Everybody's seen that though.
I know it's old, but sometimes
it's just so outrageous. Those two clips just catapulted me into a world of the JQ.
Some people haven't seen this clip. You know, there are new people waking up.
I just don't believe it. Let's play it real quick.
I've got it, so it's easy.
play it.
We can do this quick and easy. We could do it quick and easy if I had the.
Oh,
right
this
sound.
fucking kike, bitch. Yeah.
YouTube. No.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm so used to doing my own thing.
No, it's okay. Fuck the censorship. You know, this is one of the most insidious things about censorship.
Yeah.
Is the training and conditioning gets you to censor your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're censoring your own
Paul
thoughts,
doesn't do that.
You wind up completely crippled. You wind up incapable of reasoning and using thought, and you're second guessing yourself. It ruins your confidence. So
it's very 1984ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, very, very. So anyway, here is the clip.
I think there's a resurgence of anti-Semitism because at this point in time, Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural. And I think we're going to be part of the throes of that transformation, which must take place. Europe is not going to be the monolithic societies that they once were in the last century. Jews are going to be at the center of that. It's a huge transformation for Europe to make. They are now going into a multicultural mode, and Jews will be resented because of our leading role. But without that leading role and without that transformation, Europe will not survive.
This was so shocking to me because the admission there is that Jews need to be protected, and the cost is going to be that racial homogeneity in the West is absolutely destroyed, and that they're going to destroy it.
Right.
But then she still plays the victim. She's like, and they're going to resent us for this. It's like, bitch, why do you think?
Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we resent you for that?
Right.
Just absolutely
like,
outrageous.
You could just I don't know, leave us the fuck alone.
Well, why don't you just live in Israel?
Hey.
You have an ethno-state.
That's not enough. You see, they can't survive on their own. They don't have the minerals. They don't have the energy, the water, for God's sakes. They don't have water sources of water. They have to desalinate everything. So they are dependent on the West. They are dependent on Europe and America for their existence.
Yeah,
they
not my problem.
Literally can't exist on their own.
Yeah.
They can't stand up on their own 2 feet. And by the way, look at all the money that we've spent. How many billions of 250 billion or more that we've spent keeping this little project over there afloat? And how many lives? How many lives?
But if you ask like someone like Ben Shapiro, where I've seen him say this, like, oh, Israel could take care of himself. Oy vey. Like, okay, well then why don't you do that then?
Right. By the way, there is a new report out about how many people have died in Gaza. This comes from Ryan Rosebiani. I don't know if I'm saying that
count?
right. 680,000 dead, allegedly, with 380,000 children under 5 years old.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
over 250,000 children that have been murdered with the help of Christian Zionists, Jews,
Yes.
the administration, the American government.
I suppose now is a good time to talk about Charlie Kirk. I've developed a nuanced opinion of this over the week.
Okay.
So,
It
Paul,
hasn't been a week yet. It hasn't even been a week.
it feels like it's been 9 months.
I know.
Paul, I don't know if you're familiar with our podcast, but historically, I've been very hard on Charlie Kirk. Like,
I'm aware.
just so hard on him. I mean,
Don't you feel bad?
I do feel bad. I feel really bad. Well, 2 months ago, Charlie Kirk did an interview, I believe with a rabbi, where he talked about the Gaza starvation event as it is propaganda. He was saying the entire thing is a falsification, that none of the things that are happening or in the media are actually happening, that the whole thing has been contrived. And I just ripped him up. I just ripped him a new one. I talked a lot about his face. I feel bad about that. Took down those clips. But now that he's been killed, I've been going through his more recent noticing videos, which I think are somewhat powerful. And I think that he represented a man who was more authentic than I gave him credit for. And I think that ultimately he probably would have come along.
Now, I was going to say with that, we have not yet, on the show anyway, played any of those clips.
Of what?
Of Charlie Kirk.
And the
Noticing, because, these Christian Zionist people, and Bibi Netanyahu, Zionists in general, have, from the moment the bullet hit his neck, been, Charlie Kirk loved Israel so much and blah, blah, blah. And, it's true. I think I said it on the podcast that he was their strongest supporter, defender among the youth, right? But, for people like me who I've been a critic of him, we confronted him at the Culture War event in 2019, but I wasn't like a Charlie Kirk watcher. I didn't watch his podcast. I mean,
Neither did I.
If I was traveling, I think it was on cable TV, I'd put it on for better than Fox, right?
And then my instinct is to distrust anybody in the media that has this much power.
But I guess what I'm saying is these clips, I was unaware
that they even existed,
that he had gone this far.
Let's watch this one
over to our side.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the number one funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And now it's coming for Jews, and they're like, what on earth happened? And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me.
I mean, of course, there were some modifiers saying secular Jews, and there were some not all, but that shows that that's a major transformation from his position even a few months ago.
Major transformation. And it wasn't just that clip. There's more.
Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Now, I don't like generalizations. Not every Jewish person believes that. But it is true, the Anti-Defamation League was part and parcel with Black Lives Matter. It is true that some of the largest financiers of left-wing anti-white causes have been Jewish Americans. They went all in on woke, and it wasn't just ADL. It was some of the top Jewish organizations in the country that have done that. In fact, we have seen this with the recent retreat of Jewish donations that are no longer going to be administered to colleges, right? Mark Rowan, Leon Kopperman. Can we get that full list? It's very powerful. The part of the, so that's totally true. And by the way, Tucker Carlson reinforces this. So I'm going to it was quite a day on the internet. Tucker Carlson was interviewing Candace Owens. We have Candace Owens coming up next hour. And Tucker Carlson mentions that Jewish Americans have primarily been financing cultural Marxist ideas. We said this, by the way, last week, and people came after us.
We were on top of it.
We actually said it in a different way. We said, I'm glad that Jewish Americans are reconsidering their financing of cultural Marxism.
Yeah,
and people misunderstood it intentionally.
Blah, blah, blah. You get the picture, though.
Well, the sad thing about this makes me want to re-examine people that might come to our side rather than discount their opinions. The sad thing about this is that we'll never know. We'll never know if he ultimately came to the same conclusions that we did. And so I'm really reconsidering my position on a lot of people that I think are controlled opposition.
Yeah.
Because what happened to Charlie was just so horrific. And like watching it happen, it really humanized him. Yeah. And I feel very guilty. I feel very guilty about it.
Something else that we didn't know when we did our show last, because we went live like 3 hours after he got shot. Yeah. But something that I didn't know about this is his daughter heard the shot, got scared, and ran.
Yeah.
Tried to run to him.
Yeah. Now, Paul, what do you think about the official narrative? Because Dave and we're going to talk about this on Wednesday, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But I think that for the most part, the official narrative checks out on this. I'm kind of buying most of what I'm hearing. I don't think that it's impossible that maybe somebody from Mossad was in that Discord. I think that they do stuff like that a lot. I think that they get into the Discord with these disaffected, weird, tranny kids and rile them up and send them on. They know that they're going to do things like this. But I'm not really buying, I'm not seeing enough evidence that this is Mossad coded. What do you think?
So I'm gonna give you two ways that I look at it. I do not believe a word that the FBI says. If the FBI came to me right now and said the sky is blue, I would have to go outside and check. Because I don't believe a fucking word they say. I'm questioning if the guy that they've arrested is even the same guy that's in that stairwell that they took a picture of. I mean, they kind of look alike, but not really. So I'm questioning that. I'm questioning about the gun. I'm questioning how did somebody like this get on top of that roof? Nobody said anything. It's not like Charlie doesn't have security. I also question that airplane that took off that was not far from the college.
Mm-hmm.
And the Zin character needs some explaining.
Right.
Say again?
The Zin guy, the bald guy that was screaming, shoot me over and over again as he got dragged off
that
with his pants.
that was strange too. Was he a distraction so that whoever was shooting? And then again, I don't like to be like tinfoil hat wearing over here, but it's like there's just too much. There's been so much deception that it is very difficult to trust any narrative that is put out by the FBI and our law enforcement.
Yeah.
Because I know that they will protect Mossad and Israel at all costs. I know they'll do it.
Yeah.
So when I see this narrative put forward, I say to myself, well, they're just trying to cover up. All right, so now let's go the other way, and let's say that you believe the narrative, right? Okay, the narrative is this: he's like a tranny, like fruitcake or whatever, and he wanted to kill Charlie. Okay, who radicalizes these people?
Mm-hmm.
Who radicalized him? Is he a member of Antifa? Is Antifa not a Jewish organization that's been around since the 1920s? Is it not? It is. So whether Mossad directly ordered Charlie's killing or it was Jewish influence that radicalized some poor kid, poor whatever the fuck you want to call him, piece of shit, to do this. So while they were directly involved or they were subversive and they were involved, they're still there.
Right. And of course, they're the producers and creators of transgender ideology.
Yes.
Right.
So one way or another, Jews were responsible.
So one way or another, the way I look at it is like either they ordered it or they radicalized somebody to the point where he would do it.
Yeah.
So they're still to blame.
There's a third option here that I was thinking of while I was soaking in the sauna.
It's holograms.
No. I mean, you think about this, right? So you got the Discord, you got the radicalization thing going on, right? And so on the one hand, you know, this provides a fertile ground for intelligence agencies to cultivate patsies or to cultivate actual people that will go out and commit these acts. And all they need is just a little push. But at the same time, like, what if there were no Mossad agents involved in telling him what to do or radicalizing or anything, but let's say their intelligence community knew that there were credible threats, you know, had the technology available to see that, you know, multiple people were talking about an event that was going to happen tomorrow.
And then failed to.
And then they just They had foreknowledge, and they didn't pass it on because they were like, it looks like Charlie Kirk might get assassinated, and here's how we'll play it.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like that they permitted it.
Right.
Not that they caused it, not that they were behind it. They could have permitted it. So that's three
No,
different
definitely. I mean,
possibilities.
it's very difficult on the right to not go full schizo. I have to resist the urge every day to go full schizo because I don't trust what the government has told us. But I also have to keep in mind that the need for false flags, that they wouldn't need to do false flag operations if there was total distrust in the media. The only way that they work is if generally there's still trust. So they can't lie to us all the time.
Right.
It only works under the pretense that they lie to us, when they really need to.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of things about this are really fishy. But do I think it's a Mossad op? No, I think it was a soft target. I think his security was probably bad because who wants to kill fucking
His security
Charlie Kirk?
service, by the way, was Jewish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Sam Parker put something out
were
about
they?
that.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really.
I don't know, guys. I know that we have to resist certain aspects of it to not look like we're tinfoil hat wearing people. I get that.
We are.
But
though.
I'm just at a point where I cannot in good faith sit here and say they had nothing to do with it. I just can't. There's too much evidence to the contrary that Charlie was very close to turning on them. And he probably not would have thrown up Roman salutes and had a swastika in his background like I do, but he would have gotten there, and let me put it this way. Someone said this to me a little while ago, and I thought it was kind of profound. All of us, we were able to hit a learning curve and come around at a different person when we started to notice. And we came around that curve, and now we are at this juncture as political influencers where we see what they do and we are aware of their deception. Charlie was right on that corner and he got killed right before he turned it.
Mm-hmm.
So why did this happen? And then the people that are on the left, let's say it's not Israel,
The
whatever.
people. Okay.
Right? Yeah, the people. They were grouping Charlie Kirk as a white supremacist, white nationalist.
Right. Crazy. Yeah.
Just like they put him in the same group as me, which we are clearly not. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of bothers me more than anything when I see some of the hate that's going on online and some of the back and forth like infighting between the right. It gets me upset because I would argue to those people that are maybe conservatives or they're moderate right, and I would just tell them, like, look, if God forbid the communists were to truly win, God forbid, let me explain to you, you will be facing a wall right next to me.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to be like, oh, well, this guy's, he just hardline on immigrant. No,
Right.
motherfucker,
No,
they're
yeah.
going to say you're a white supremacist too. Like, you're a Nazi, you got to die. And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we might as well put these little petty differences together. I'm always for trying to bridge gaps,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, with the right and for us to work together. And Charlie, him dying, I think has bridged a lot more gaps than we realize.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of people who are not politically involved, people that I've talked to like person, like face to face, or even over the past few days, and they're not politically involved. And they're saying Israel did it. They're saying it's suspicious. They're angry at the left. They want to do something, So while his death is very tragic, and God knows that I feel bad because I made fun of Charlie a number of times, and I regret it deeply because in some ways I think he was a better man than I. So it just is sad, but I hope that something really, unbelievable comes out of the tragedy where we have a lot of unity and we have a lot of awakening, because there's kind of no way you could just ignore a lot of the suspicious things that have been going on leading up to his death, and now after.
Right. And if the attempt of, if this was Mossad and if their attempt was to get people to be more moderate, they clearly have no foresight because this is a radicalizing force. Like you said, people look at this and they're like, Charlie was a moderate. And instead of going back to a moderate position, why wouldn't all of us just go extreme turbo Nazi at this point? Like, it doesn't matter to them.
Well, and there's footage here that kind of corroborates and it points towards this bridging of a gap that's happened. This is from Huntington Beach over the weekend. There was a big candlelight vigil that was held down there for Charlie. And this is a video of Patriot Front heading down with, I think they're called the Nationalist Network or something. The guys in black here are the Nationalist Network. Oh, wait, are you muted? But yeah, this is, anyway, they were like chanting, "White man fight back."
Really?
Oh yeah. I can't remember the guy's name. I think he was Culture War Criminal or something. Oh, here he is. R. Augustine Sanchez. I don't know much about him, but let's see if I can find the video.
Man, and then I've been thinking, like, what would Charlie want us to do? Not that I'm really going to take that into account when I decide how my behavior is going to be, but it does seem like a pivotal moment. So Dave and I both have spent all week just diligently getting people fired.
Hold on, here it is. This is.
I love it. Good. Yeah, I love this video. Is awesome. These are moderate Trump supporters.
Moderate Trump supporters.
White man fight back.
Yeah. Yep.
That was such a motivating and confidence building clip.
And here's the same rally that Patriot Front and the Nationalist Network was at, shared by Turning Point USA. So you've got in the crowd Patriot Front, Nationalist Network, Active Club people, plus Boomers and TPUSA, all coming together in real life.
Together.
This has marked.
That is what can come out of this.
Oh, yes. And I think that the best possible thing for the movement at this point is if Ben Shapiro takes over Turning Point USA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it would be so great.
Anglin
wrote. Oh, yeah. Everybody would be furious. Anglin wrote a really good article, and he said he's going to be there. He's going to have Mossad security. He's going to be wearing a bulletproof vest, and he's going to be talking with his annoying nasally voice about how Israel deserves all of these benefits. They deserve our money. Nothing is happening in Gaza. And that is going to radicalize college students on a nuclear level. I am all for this. Ben Shapiro.
Let him do it. I want him to do it.
I want him to do it too. I'm like, that is such a great idea. Well done.
Go for it.
I think it's going to be great. But I wanted to ask about this cancel culture thing because all of us have been the recipients of some pretty serious cancel culture efforts. And I'm seeing, because we have been really diligent about getting people fired. I got somebody fired from NIC this week, probably from Dalton Elementary. And I'm hearing people in my comments, I'm seeing people in my comments that are like, we can't stoop to their level.
Shut the fuck up and stop being a fag.
I know, that's how I feel. I'm like, stop being such a fag. Because what I want to do is so much more extreme that I feel like me extending this little kindness to them and just giving them a little taste of what they've done to us is very fair. This is fairness. This is about restorative justice, to use a term from the left.
Listen, one of my biggest issues with the conservatives was that they didn't want to fight dirty a little bit.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest things that made me angry, and I stopped being a conservative. Now I'm not gonna badmouth the conservatives anymore. Out of respect for Charlie, I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to say is that sometimes, and again, as a fighter, someone who used to fight, you have to use the tactics that are going to win. You have people who don't care about the rules. There is no rules of engagement for them. So if they are going to use those same sort of tactics on you, then you must be willing to do it back. And I love seeing, I've seen conservatives do it too, see people celebrate Charlie Kirk's death, and then they found out there was one guy who worked at Microsoft fired, Another bitch was a barista, fired. Because they were, another fucking asshole was like a valet or some shit, fired.
Yeah.
So I like seeing the conservatives being willing to fight, man. You have to do it. These communists, they will try everything and anything to make your life a living hell.
Absolutely.
We have the same opportunity. What? We don't know how to use the internet. We don't know how to fucking face search somebody. We don't know how to find out, like, if they got something in the background, what their area is. You could do it. Do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't be a pussy.
Of course. I mean, I think that this is self-evident, but it's a problem on the right because we have people that are exceedingly principled. Like I used to have this conversation with Matt Christensen all the time when I would do the show. The Matt and Blonde show, I'd be like, well, are you just going to let yourself lose so that you can adhere to your principles? And he's like, well, it's more important that I don't compromise my principles. I'm like, the fuck it is. If white people lose, the stakes could not be higher. If white people lose, the rest of the world is screwed.
Yeah.
They have no idea how bad things are going to get in the absence of white people. It will descend into absolute hellish
darkness,
just darkness. So I feel like we need to win by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
And then if we've compromised our principles, we can regroup. We can try to not fall into the darkness. We can reestablish a good sense of morality and social norms. Like, I believe that we can do that. I believe we can get a little taste of it and then we can come back from the brink.
Principles.
But we're going to have to do that.
I would say to those, are you willing to die for those principles? Those principles that you hold so high and mighty, you want to die for them?
Yeah.
You want your family to die for them?
Absolutely
you want your
not.
people that you love to die for them?
Yeah.
Because how far does that go?
Right.
I mean, where do you draw the line and say, okay, well, this is enough now because my principles? Like, please stop it.
And I know that
you
can't
are
be
fighting
true.
With evil demons. They don't have any principles.
Right. It can't possibly be true because when I think about the lengths I would go to save the lives of my children, I would literally let 1 million people die if it saved my children.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have every right to do that as a mother. You need to protect not only the people that you love, but your very community that will want to protect you as well.
Yep.
So if we have to fight, like I said, a little bit dirty to get what we need so that we can secure an existence for our people, then God damn it, we're going to do it.
Absolutely. And these people are like, oh, I'm getting fired. I'm like, you guys just murdered somebody in front of everybody. And you're like, oh, I'm not a barista anymore. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, bitch.
Well, this has marked a pretty good turning point, for the movement because I'm starting to see like old boomer ladies that were kind of nervous about the tactics that are just like, get them fired, make them famous, do it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay welcome to the party, And this was like some of the shit that I was doing back in the day, right? You remember in 2022 when I ran for governor?
You have lost like 80 pounds.
I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, thank you.
I was just exaggerating.
No. I lost 80 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you. But yeah, no, a controversial contender for blah, 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 blah. I changed my voter affiliation from Republican to Democrat, and I joined the governor's race.
That's funny.
And then I said...
That's like the ultimate troll right there.
Right. And, I had all of these conservatives that were like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Where are your principles? You're a Democrat now, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
who cares?
We got 2 or 3 people into the legislature on a margin of like 50 votes. And if I hadn't pulled that stunt, they wouldn't be in the legislature today. And so it's like,
nice move.
We've got to fight. Dave. We got to use all means necessary. These leftists do.
Right.
And I'm sorry, we're in a knife fight. We're in a political knife fight. And
well, I guess we should talk. Did you watch Nick Fuentes' speech after Charlie Kirk's death the other day?
I seen some clips of it. I thought that the speech was very well done. Again, I like Nick. There are certain aspects of things that we disagree on. But I think that what he said was honorable. Him and Charlie were enemies, adversaries, whichever you'd like to call it. But even enemies can show respect. And I think that Nick did that. The one thing that I would say that I kind of disagreed with that he said was and again, I'm not remembering everything he said, but he said the people that we're fighting with, like, they want to kill us, they want to hurt us, they want to destroy us. And then he said that, and we have to do anything we can to fight back. And then later on, he said, if you take up arms, I'm going to disavow you. Now, I understand why he said that, because
He's
he
got
doesn't
to.
want, like, the FBI to come kick in his door. I get that. But I think he could have, if he would have just said the first part and then left out the second part and not said, like, I disavow you, would have probably been a little bit better. Because everyone is like, well, what the fuck do we do then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, well, let's fight back with ideas. But before that, you just said that these people don't want to listen to our ideas.
Dude.
Because he's like, these people are not going to change their minds. Then he says, well, we're going to fight back with ideas. Well, wait a second. They're shooting at us. So what the fuck? Like, I'm supposed to go, what am I going to do? I'm going to walk up to the guy with a gun with my hand with some skin on it and say, hey, listen, let me try to explain to you about right-wing politics? Is that what we're going to do? Because that's not going to work.
No. I mean, I think that everybody is seeing it. Everybody's noticing it. And I'm going to say it. Hassan Piker has got a target on his back.
Dude, did you listen to Sam
calling
Hyde?
for people to gut their opponents, to put blood in the streets. He's been calling explicitly for violence. And I think Nick had to say that because the very obvious thing is Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
Is, retribution.
Right.
And I do disavow that. Like, nobody should fucking do that. Like, I don't think our side should engage in assassination culture. I do think you should own a gun. I think you should learn how to protect your family. You should know how to shoot.
There's a way around this, though. Anything you do should be defensive. Let's go there. Let's not do any
in a
offensive
self-defense situation.
Yeah, let's not do any offensive political violence.
Obviously.
Yeah,
we can't.
But Nick made it sound like we can't have any kind of violent counter-revolution, even when it's right in front of us. It's right at the gates.
Right. That's what made me upset.
Yeah.
That's what made me upset, because I'm like, oh, and then he goes a step, like, and he said this before, where he's like, he talks bad about Patriot Front. He'll talk bad about some of the active club, like lifting weights is gay or working out is gay and all this other bullshit. And then, like, that's the kind of shit where I'm like, well, no, that's not the right answer. The right answer is you should be networking. If you want to, Patriot Front, they're good people. You know what I mean? They're good guys. There's not a bunch of feds in there. It's like fucking absurd. Your active clubs are not a bunch of feds. These are good men. These are good women who care about their communities. You should network with them. I think that's the step in the right direction, because people come to me sometimes and they'll ask me, like, well, what do we do? And a lot of times I'll tell them, listen, stay in shape, stay on top of things, and network. Be vigilant and network. Try to join an active club. If you feel like you want to join Patriot Front, do that. If you feel like you want to join Blood Tribe, do that. If you feel like you want to join even the fucking Proud Boys, I mean, for God's sake, I'll even take them at this point. Like, if you feel you want to do that, so you have a real life community that's not just online, but is in real life, I think that is a good step. And then go to some of these vigils, go to some of these rallies, everybody together. Everybody is going to, like, as a collective organization, go to these things. That is a really good move, because it's gonna make you feel camaraderie. It's gonna make you feel like you're a part of something, and that's what a lot of, especially men, we women too, but a lot of men, they crave that.
Mm-hmm. So
that was something that I was like, well, again, I'm not bad mouthing Nick. I do like him. But it's just like it's a very, like, mixed message. He's like, well, what do we do? Do we just sit on our asses and twiddle our thumbs and
right.
complain on the internet? No, you can't do that. Like, I've done more interviews now leading up to what happened to Charlie and going afterwards now than I have ever in a very long time. And the only reason that I am doing it is because people have asked me, can you do this? And again, I didn't even want to, because I felt that I'm kind of like a monster to most people on the political right, which is fine. I was fine with carrying that title, even though I am a different kind of monster and I do have a heart. But people wanted me to try to speak for us. So I said, okay, and I will do the best that I can. So that's why I'm doing a lot of these things now, because I feel like there's a gap and a void that needs to be filled. And I want to encourage people to get active as much as you can. If you feel like you need to join a group, the groups that I listed are very good, and you will feel some camaraderie and you will feel a sense of purpose. And I think that is a really good direction for a lot of us to go in.
Right. And if they're worried about the Fed thing, it's not like you're going to avoid federal informant infiltration.
No, you can't.
If you're online
We
all
have
the time.
an FBI agent at my mother's church that was sent there because I used to go there.
There are FBI agents
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. And all you have to do is not get Gretchen Whitmered. If a chick is trying to bang you and she's just too hot, like, think about it. You know?
Well, and I mean, there's other things that you can do to network that don't include necessarily joining Patriot Front or joining any, like, start a book club, right?
That's a good one too.
Start a smoking club. Find all the people that like to smoke pipes and cigars in your area. I don't know.
That's a good one too. I like that.
Go to
That's a
church.
good option.
I've been seeing people saying for the first time in a long time that they're going to church because of this Charlie Kirk thing. These are all acceptable things to do, but the building your personal network, a local network, especially if, like, what, you know, the kind of shit that we're predicting on the Wednesday show, right? Like, if that stuff comes true and we have a major economic collapse, if we go back to war with Iran and things in the Middle East continue to heat up, if we default on our debt, like, shit is going to hit the fan. And even at the worst, or at best, we're going to get a Democrat probably in 2028, and it's going to be UBI, crazy retribution shit. They're gonna have their pendulum swing to come at us even harder, and we're going to need a network. We're going to need people that know each other, that have food, that know how to defend themselves, that have access to power.
Right.
We're going to need these networks in case of emergency, but even just in case of, like, the long march through the institutions. Like, we need to be building capital, power, money. And I just think that, you know, I think Nick he's been around for a while. We've seen how the feds have, you know, attempted to go after the Proud Boys of RICO. Trump is talking about RICO again. And this idea of a membership organization that does these rallies, even if they had to defend themselves. You know, these fucking judges and prosecutors would go after a Patriot Front guy, even if they were in a legitimate self-defense situation. Right. So I think he's just trying to, you know, look out for these young kids. You know, we're older. We're older. I'm 36.
I totally get it.
You know.
I understand what the way that he framed it. Like, that's why I'm not, like, condemning him or anything. I just think that he should have gave people a few more options than just use your words, because it's very, like, I mean, it's not really enough.
No, of course
not. That was my problem with it.
We spent the last 10 years trying to use our words on these people.
He did. He said, I'm pretty sure that he said in his speech that he was talking about the firing stuff. He encouraged that. So,
well, yeah. Anybody that doesn't encourage the firing stuff can get wrecked.
We have an active campaign right now. If you want to call the Coeur d'Alene Public School District, their Teacher of the Month, Tamara Saenz-Kermelis, liked a Facebook post about Charlie Kirk, calling him as white and cold as frozen yogurt. I don't know. Have you guys?
Oh, did she know?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this?
She is a Teacher of the Month at Dalton Elementary in Coeur d'Alene. So
she's a crazy bitch. She's also, like, super into these Rainbow Squad, you know.
Is that her?
That's her. Yeah, that's a picture of her.
God, look at those soulless like, short haircut lesbian eyes.
Yes.
Very nice.
And she has her
look
kids.
At the no father.
She dresses her kids up as, like, Handmaid's Tale things and brings them to abortion parades.
Good Lord.
She is a witch. She is not a good person. She should not be working
please call Dalton Elementary in Coeur d'Alene and give them a piece of your mind.
Respectfully, factually.
Yes. I did today. We both did. I had some questions about accelerationism because I'm kind of in your camp. I mean, I don't want everything to go to hell, but it's going to hell anyway. And my worst nightmare for this country is that we slowly slip into third world status, and then there's nothing I can do for my kids in my lifetime. So like all people, I think I fantasize a little bit about some kind of massive event. where everything breaks down, society breaks down, and then we're able to reclaim it and rebuild something that's meaningful. So what do you think the future looks like?
So, in my opinion, the way that I see it unfolding now is it'll be some form of balkanization before it gets to that point, I think, because most people, most normal people, not like me, will do just about anything to avoid a fight, which is understandable. You know what I mean? I get that. So I think that you'll have people who will want to move, like return to the land project. You know what I mean? I think that idea might spread. And you'll have like these white enclaves that everyone's going to want to live in. Fuck, I want to live in one. And I think that that'll be kind of like the first step as far as a collapse will fall into. And I think that if you are able to move to one that has been established and built, return to the land, like they're somebody that needs a little bit more funding, they need a little more organization, but they have a good idea there that can really sprout and flourish. So I think that would be the first bit. And then when a lot of people like move out of the cities and they want to, like, they're just done with the blacks, when they're done with all of those people and they just want to live in peace, those cities and a lot of those places will just economically die. And then you'll start seeing people stab each other over the last piece of fried chicken at KFC. So you'll start seeing that, and then we are already headed to like an economic downfall in this country as it is. I don't think we're going to be able to pay back the debt. I think that we're going to end up being pulled into another war in the Middle East, which is going to strain the country financially. I mean, groceries are still very expensive. The cost of living is kind of out of control. A lot of young people can't get a house. You know what I mean? They're working more than 40 hours in some cases a week, and they're unable to pay their bills. So if anything, if I've seen anything radicalize white people, it is economics. That kind of radicalizes a lot of white people to the point of they've just had enough. But I am all for accelerationism like you. I don't, because me personally, I don't think that we can salvage this system. I think that is a false narrative. I think that is Fantasyland shit. How can you salvage a government that is so corrupt that it is willing to imprison its own people, like me, for simply speaking out against Israel and want to assassinate moderate people and then pretend like everything is okay, and not care if a young lady is being stabbed on a subway, Ayana, who got stabbed, and that video that we've seen was suppressed for months. Okay, that when I first saw it, I thought it was like it just happened, but then when I did some research, I found that it happened months ago.
7 weeks later, it took. And then that little frame of her actually getting stabbed was still clipped out.
Right, and then who suppressed it? The black mayor, the monkey, Ooga Booga Shaniqua, suppressed it so that we couldn't see it.
Because she knew what was going to happen, that it was going to radicalize people. And this 1-2 punch.
As it should.
Of course, with her and with Charlie, I think that this has meaningfully impacted people and the way that they interact with the world. And I think that it's going to change things. Like, I think we're going to look at this movement as before and after this event. A lot like January 6th.
Yeah, I think
and Charlottesville.
Now, I heard you have a hard out here in a couple of minutes.
I think we've got some questions for you, though.
I have some time. I still have some time. So we're good.
Get your questions.
I don't have to go on until like 9:30, so I'm good.
Got it. Get your questions in for Gypsy Crusader at thebacklash.net/super chat. We do have one from, what the hell is this name? Carjack-African American.
Carjack.
Oh, carjack.
Carjack American. Okay, go.
Got it. $10. I love Gypsy. He has taken so many hits and so much bullshit, but he keeps getting back up. His story radicalized me.
Oh, that's so
amazing.
Great.
That's wonderful. I don't.
Can I just before we go? I'm sorry. I just want to say this because I saw this video of Ayana, a friend of hers, clipped some moments in her life, and it was at honestly, like I was out to lunch and I saw it and I just started to kind of cry in the restaurant. That I'm not a crier. Like if anything, I think I'm kind of like void of some emotion in some ways with everything that's happened to me. But it made me cry. And I just sat back and I thought I'm like we have failed. We failed her. You know, that was my thought. I was like, we failed this woman. And like everything that's happened to Charlie, some of the attention has been put on that now. And I don't want people to forget her.
Yeah.
I really, really don't. Because she was a beautiful young lady that life was cut short for absolutely no reason. And she had so much potential, and she left a horrible war zone to come here thinking that she was going to have a better life. And because not all of us, but some of us were unable to accept the fact that we cannot live with savage third world fucking African cocksuckers, that we can't live with these people because everyone doesn't want to be racist. This woman died.
Yep.
And it's not just her, there's countless others.
Oh yeah.
Austin Metcalf, Jacob Couch, Ariana, those poor people that got beat up in Cincinnati, that couple. I can go on and on and on and on and on with names. These monsters don't belong here, and they never will. And I hope that people can see that truth now more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say that because I felt like her story was kind of fading a little.
Yeah.
And I just wanted people to know that I do remember her, and I want all of us to, and to God bless her and her family, and may God rest her soul. So I just needed to say that, and we can take the question.
What an awful thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we actually have any like questions.
This is from Titty Salad. Despite all the differences, God bless Charlie Kirk. It broke my heart for him and his family and shook me so badly. We have a lot of work to do. Keep up the hard work, everyone. It is worth it. Thank you so much, Mr. Titty Salad.
Was that on Rumble?
Titty Salad. That's a good one.
I don't know. It came through. I think that we're good on Super Chats for you. If you guys have any questions for us, and we'll let you go before we
there was something
do ads
else,
and stuff like that.
There was something else that I wanted to say, which am I not finding what I'm looking for? Of course I'm not finding what I'm looking for because, you know, this is how it goes. I saw there was a clip or a post from, what's his face? He's a piece of shit.
Leftist?
Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
No, Ted Cruz.
Oh, my God, I hate him.
I know. We all hate him. And that's fine. But this is the new fucking baseline. This is the new baseline of what, if even Ted Cruz is out here
Ted Cruz shared this? Stop it. Seriously?
This is a Ted Cruz post, right?
No,
and so between that post and between what Charlie Kirk was saying on Patrick Bet David on his show about the Jewish financiers of Marxism, whatever, this is our new baseline. Mm-hmm. This is now basic bitch conservatism, and we need to enforce that baseline. No more going back.
I like this.
No more tiptoeing or whatever. We've got Ted Cruz out here, you know, sharing this meme. We've got Charlie Kirk, you know, and even Erica getting up there and saying they. It was one person that pulled the trigger, and she said they.
Thank you for bringing that up. Everything that Charlie Kirk's wife, may God protect her and her children,
Amen.
Everything she said was plural. There was never the shooter. There was never of that man. There was never a singular, you know what I mean, that she was accusing of. Everything was that, because she knows. I know she knows. So, like, between that and all the stuff that Charlie said, that is what reinforces my belief that there is more to this assassination than the FBI, the Mossad-controlled FBI, wants to let us on to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that there has to be. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't care if everyone calls me a crazy conspiracy theorist or just say I hate Israel or I hate the Jews. Yeah, I do hate them. But you can't deny that there is something more to this.
Yeah.
by what she said and everything Charlie said leading up to it.
There was also this goofy thing that happened with a bomb. Did you hear about this? Two apparently like, Muslims or whatever, put a bomb underneath a Fox News truck in Salt Lake City. The bomb didn't go off. They both got arrested. It was a father and son.
I heard that some Muslims had gotten arrested.
Yeah, this happened over the weekend. Oh yeah, you didn't hear about this? This was
no.
How bizarre.
And so it's just like one of those things where it's like, okay, you are instantly, let me see, Salt Lake City bomb. Just say all kinds of great things. Yeah, here it is.
Interesting.
From Colin Rugg, 2 men arrested for placing a bomb on a Fox 13 media vehicle in Salt Lake City. It was Adib Nasir and Adil Justice Ahmed Nasir.
Oh yeah, there goes Ahmed. I guess he got tired of selling magic carpets and wanted to blow something up. How wonderful!
Oh God! And so they planted a thing under a Fox truck, and but this immediately then is like Charlie Kirk got shot. Oh, there's Muslims in Salt Lake City, and it was before they arrested the shooter. So you could see they were definitely trying to massage some sort of a pro-Palestine narrative or whatever. You could see they were trying to milk it. Lots of people are trying to milk this thing, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who was the first outlet that reported on Charlie Kirk's murder?
Jerusalem Post.
Bingo.
Yeah.
First one.
Netanyahu.
Literally minutes after the man is dead.
Yeah.
Who reports on it? The Jerusalem Post. I'm surprised. Oh, and then I think they said it was how's that Muslim fucking word? Intifada, empanada, whatever the fuck. That shit. All right. They were blaming that on that. That's who killed Charlie. They all immediately tried to pin it on the Muslims.
Yeah.
All right. Not that I like those camel jockeys either, but I'm just saying they tried all immediately to put it on them. Because that's what they do.
Yeah. We had a few come in for him.
We have a few last minute super chats that came in from a real Ubermensch sent $25. Paul, you're brave as fuck.
He really is.
No, man. I'm not, man. Look, a lot of people after what happened to Charlie reached out to me and asked me if I'm all right, which I deeply appreciate. And everyone was so kind. I am okay. And I was fucked up about it, but look, there's nothing I can do, and I can't live in fear. I try to tell myself every day I'm hard to kill. So if they want to get me, they're gonna have to really try. But no, I don't. It's not so much that I'm brave. It's more or less that I feel like I have a responsibility to try to help as much as I can, because God has given me this unique opportunity to be in this position. It is very unique in itself. So I just want to live up to that, and I want to make everybody proud. I have so many wonderful fans who I love dearly, and they inspire me more than they realize.
Yeah. FBA Groiper sent $5 for Paul. Is John Jones the greatest UFC fighter of all time?
No, I can't fucking say it. No, I don't think. Listen, John Jones is I'm not going to take away the talents of John Jones. I've said this. There's black fighters that are good. Yeah, sure, they're good. Is he the greatest fighter that ever lived? I mean, no, because time is still moving. I mean, Tom Aspinall, I think, is one of the greatest fighters right now. I mean, and in time, I think he will probably surpass John Jones. So can I say that John is John Jones? He's like a Floyd Mayweather in a sense, where he picked and chose certain opponents to fight that he knew he could beat. And he had a lot of, how can I put it, advantages as a fighter, as far as like his height, fighting at the weight class that he did, because he was going to be a lot bigger than most people. And but do I think he's the greatest fighter in the UFC history? No, I am more than sure that somebody will surpass him. And on top of not only that I not like because he's black, but I don't like him because he's just a horrible person. Like if he would have been black and been like a decent person, I would have been like, all right, well, he's a good fighter. Like, I'll give him that. But he fucking ran over somebody with a Rolls Royce and then went back to go get the Coke. Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't see that? Yeah, he got into a really bad car accident. Okay. And he left Coke and like, I don't even know how much money in the Rolls Royce that he destroyed, left the scene of the crime, came back for the drugs, got arrested. There's that. And then and honestly, as a fighter, he's a dirty fighter. I've seen him poke people in the eye when they were getting an advantage. He does this oblique kick that can end somebody's career by hyperextending their knee. I've seen him do things that are very underhanded in fights, so I don't really think he's the greatest fighter that has ever been in the UFC. No.
All right.
I wonder if they were baiting you.
Probably. They were probably baiting.
Probably. They wanted me to say it, but I'm trying to be respectful on your show there.
Let's see. I don't think
we're good.
I think we're good. I guess one last question for me is, because we were talking about this before on the show, are you Christian?
I am.
Okay. That's good.
I am.
That's good.
I've been Catholic all my life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Roman Catholic all my life.
There we go.
My mom was Catholic, dad was Catholic. So I'm very much so, I love the church. I know that there's a little bit of, I don't want to say infighting, but like there's a little bit of disagreements with some people on the right, with some of the pagans and some of the Odinists and the Christians, and there's a little bit of back and forth. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the question: is how do you bridge that gap? How do you find a way to work with people that are different ideologically? How do you keep it from spilling over and becoming a cat fight and all this shit?
Well, what I do is that I don't talk bad about them.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what we have to do? I don't know.
I don't listen. The pagans and the Odinists, okay, and even the other sections of Christianity, the Lutherans, the Protestants, whatever. I don't talk bad about them. I don't personally care what they believe in. I'm not going to walk up to them and hit them over the head with a Bible and say, you have to believe this way. I'm not going to do that, because there are more important issues that we must unite for and fight against.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we have an opponent. Our opponent is Jewish tyranny and influence and blacks that are destroying cities. These are the problem. I am not seeing a bunch of Odinists or pagans run into the Apple store and slash somebody on a subway or steal a bunch of iPhones and burn a city down. I'm not seeing them do that. I'm sorry.
Fair point.
It's just not happening. I don't see a bunch of Lutherans going in and trying to terrorize a Charlie Kirk vigil. That's just not what's happening. What I do see, though, is I see a bunch of Jews coming in and saying, well, we're going to take over Turning Point USA and we are going to spread degeneracy. And then I see a bunch of blacks demanding welfare and reparations and shooting people left and right in Chicago every fucking weekend. That's what I see. That's the problem. They're not these people. These people, whether they believe in, I don't know what some of them believe, but it's to me, they're white. I want to work with them. I want to be together. And I think that we have a lot more to gain by working together than fighting amongst each other about what God we pray to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah. Not to belabor the point or anything, but to reinforce your point, there was a candlelight vigil held last night by the NYU College Republicans.
Nice.
This is what happened.
I don't want your salvations.
Why?
I want you to fucking die. We're not gonna give you a second chance, even when you beg for it on your knees.
Yeah,
begging
very
and
nice.
pleading.
Very nice.
Yeah, so this is...
I'm not afraid of that guy.
I'm not afraid of him either, but I'm just saying this is
But that's the way they look at the world.
This is evil. This is pure evil. We've got to fight this, and I will work with literally anybody who wants to fight with this.
Okay.
You know,
That
anyway.
that person doesn't want salvation for a Christian, a Catholic, a Protestant, an Odinist, a pagan.
Right.
They don't want shit for you. They want to see you suffer. They want to see you fired. They want to see you. They would love to see you killed.
Yeah.
So if I can work with other people of other faiths that are white and that are willing to put aside differences and say we can come together and accomplish wonders, then I want to do that.
Yeah. FBA Groyper sent $5 for you. For Paul, would you ever do an interview with Fresh and Fit or Myron?
Who the fuck is Fresh and Fit?
What? You don't know who Fresh and Fit is? Myron Gates?
That makes me love him so much more.
Bro.
Who is that? Is he black?
It's the
Then
yes,
no.
he's something.
He's
It's the
something.
whatever podcast.
Who? Oh, the
He's-
whatever, the
No,
ones
no,
that
it's
argue
not-
with the horse.
No. It's a different podcast. Fresh and Fit. Fresh and
They
Fit's
have
different.
no crossover with whatever podcast,
No, they're two totally different podcasts.
but they interact
They go on each other's shows.
enough that like
Yeah,
there's some,
no, Fresh and Fit's great. I love Myron.
Who the fuck? I have no idea.
Hold on
who
a
Fresh
second.
and
Let me
Fit
pull
is.
him
I know
up.
who Myron is.
Yeah, well, Fresh and Fit is his.
they're idiot minorities.
Hey, be nice.
They are.
Where's
Let
their?
me see him. I have no idea who they
This
are. or
is
what they
their.
even look like.
I guess here's like a. Right. Like,
Come on.
The
You've
fuck
got
is this shit?
you got Myron. There's Myron, and then there's Andrew Tate, but he's not. Yeah, like, this is a special thing. And then this guy, who I don't know his name.
He's the
No, I
Ugandan
would
man
never,
that robs
I would
you.
never go on for what? There's no Myron is.
Look, he's
oh my
got
God,
one of your
yes.
guns.
I actually
He's got
know
one of your
him.
guns. Come on, where is this?
There's only one way to deal with this bullshit. And that is the reality.
Everybody knows that is my invention. That is my invention. Okay? So I sold that to Myron. And I know that Myron he's black. But if you put a gun to my head and said, what like non-white person podcast am I going to go on? I would probably pick Myron because he's actually like, yeah, there's some takes of his that I don't totally agree with, of course. But if I had to talk to somebody who's like not white, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll talk to Myron. Like,
Yeah, really. Wait, so
but
the whatever
under
podcast.
one condition, he would have to put on the gloves, and me and him got to throw some hands afterwards, and then I'll do it.
Great.
There you go.
Great.
Oh my God.
All right, Paul.
That's what I would do.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much. We're going to let you go. Where can people find you, Paul?
So if you guys ever want to come and watch the show, you can follow me on Joker Waffen Friend on X. You guys can follow me here. Yes, I got to have the Pepe Fight Club in the background. I always love that. It's one of my favorites. You guys can follow me there. You can follow me on Goyim TV. There's also White Pill TV, Entropy for donations for the show. You could follow me on Telegram, Gypsy Crusader clips on Telegram, and there is an archive channel. I've got plenty of shows left to come, and we always have a lot of fun. Like, look, I'd like to think that I am very well versed in some of these, topics. But my thing, more or less, is I love to make people laugh because I feel like we're in very dark times, and I try to give a little bit of levity to our situation as best as I can. And while I want to do more serious things, and I have promised my fans that I will do that, I'm always going to be here to crack some jokes and to bring some hope to everybody and to make fun of the undesirables that we do not like. And I think that is kind of one of my gifts. And of course, Joker is there. Joker is always on the show. He's one of my favorites.
Riddler too.
Riddler's good. Yeah.
Riddler's very good. So, I got to take this call.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Thank you so
Bye.
much
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us.
All right. I love you guys.
We love you too. Bye, Paul.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Well, thank you. That
It
was
was so
great.
fun.
That was awesome.
Man, he's the
first
best.
I just found out about. I mean, I didn't know about him. I guess during his the 2020 stuff. I just found out about him like a couple months ago. I was like, who is this guy dressed as the Joker?
What?
I swear. I don't know. I didn't follow like the Goyim TV people.
Oh man, I used to just Like back during COVID, my friends and I would just sit around and watch all the shorts. They were so funny. He's so funny.
I did start like asking around though, like in the week leading up to this, I was like, they're like, oh yeah, who's coming on your show? I'm like, Paul Miller, the Gypsy Crusader, and men didn't really know. Women thought he was funny.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what? Really? Okay.
He is funny, but like, why do you think women are into it?
He's a good looking guy. Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
He looks
he's
good.
from New Jersey. He's got the jawline.
Yeah.
He's clearly mewing.
He is,
Doing looks-maxing.
The first time I interviewed him, I was like, I can't look at you. I'm just not gonna.
Shield my face. We've got to start off before we get your last minute super chats in. We're going to start off though with a couple of ads. One of them being for Antelope Hill Publishing, America's premier dissident book publisher. They're fighting to keep history alive against the regime of anti-white censorship and publishing a new generation of dissident, radical, and right-wing researchers, philosophers, polemicists, and writers. They have an eclectic catalog that includes veteran right-wing authors and academics like Kerry Bolton, Dr. Ricardo Duchesne, and Paul Kersey, and of course, now adding to their list, Kevin MacDonald, Dr. Kevin MacDonald, as well as newer figures like Lord Miles Routledge of Afghanistan, Josh Neal, and Christian Secor, in addition to a long list of original translations or modern reprints of otherwise inaccessible historical works from eras such as Fascist Italy, National Socialist Germany, and even medieval Europe. Their original works include groundbreaking investigations into the causes and funding behind transgenderism, the opioid crisis, books on Christian nationalism, and American folktales. Additionally, Antelope Hill contributes to the regeneration of our culture and rebirth of our family values through their top-quality fiction, including books like Let Them Look West and Worlds Separated, and a collection of beautifully illustrated and wholesome children's books. Whatever your interest is, you're bound to find books that you like at Antelope Hill, all professionally published and with cover art that will grace your bookshelves. Help us and help our people by checking out companies that share our values and work to preserve the birthright of our history. Visit Antelope Hill Publishing today. And while you're at it, pick up a copy of The Culture of Critique. This thing is way bigger than this. I think I have the second edition, was what I had before. This should probably stop a bullet.
We should not test it.
I'm
Don't
not going to
test
test that, but very interesting stuff. Connecting together everything from the Students for Democratic Society, Sigmund Freud, early communist movement, the early anti-fascist movement, all of it being tied together with Dr. Kevin MacDonald's argument that Jews have a group evolutionary strategy that they follow. So very interesting read. I think it's eye-opening. It's one of those books you gotta have a copy of it. That, the Jewish Revolutionary Spirit,
absolutely.
Hilaire Belloc's book. I'm trying to think of who else. It's required reading. Anyway, thank you very much to Antelope Hill. We also have to thank Atlas Bullion for all of your gold and silver needs. Anyway, they're like one of the best. They're not one of the best. They're the best gold and silver bullion dealer on the internet. They've got some of the best prices that you can find, and they do subscriptions. So like incremental type stuff. You can get a silver subscription from as low as $55 a month, or gold subscriptions for as low as $200 a month. Of course, if you buy more, the pricing gets even better. You can get a mix of both gold and silver with kind of like random fun stuff. I think we unboxed some on our last episode.
We are stopping the unboxings unless it's from Atlas. In light of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I think so.
I think more on-air unboxings.
They also have Little Legends and Legacy Builders, which are, the Little Legends one is for kids, right? It's to get kids involved in saving and learning about money. And so considering the situation that we are in, we've got a big Fed meeting coming up in the next week or so. Lot going on. So anyway, atlasbullion.com/Backlash. Okay, now we're going to do a couple of super chats here. Over on Entropy, Plum Groiper sent $100.
Whoa, thanks, bud.
Thank you for the big super chat. Hey, Dave, to answer your question from the other week, Arthur Seyss-Inquart was an Austrian National Socialist who was Hans Frank's deputy in occupied Poland and Reich Commissar in the Netherlands. At Nuremberg, his IQ tested at 141, second to Hjalmar. Bro, come on.
What question?
I don't even remember what question it was. I can't say this name. I don't know how to do that.
Hjalmar Schacht.
Who ran the bank. I don't even remember.
Palomar.
I don't even remember what this was about. But thank you for the big super chat.
Man, I don't remember either. It must have been Wednesday show.
Clearly going to be Googling all of this later, but I think it's interesting. Thank you for the big super chat over there. Hold on. Every time I go to check entropy, it's like, it boots me out.
Did you tell me I look like Han Solo when I got here?
You're wearing the...
I totally
the
do.
fall thing. The women do this, right? They wear the tall knee-high boots, blue jeans, and then like a puffy vest.
Yeah, it's the uniform.
Bro.
Now I gotta look it
Now
up.
I've got to pull it up, right?
Han Solo
Woman
outfit.
Han Solo
Yep.
fall outfit. It's going to be the first thing that pops up. Yeah, look, this is it.
That is exactly what I wear
Right?
all winter. That's pretty
Everybody-
much what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
How not to look like Han Solo. I just saw an article.
How not to accidentally dress and look like Han Solo for women. Anonymous sent $5 kicking us off. He was the first super chat tonight. Thank you, Anonymous. Put the cross on the flagpole. If the flag's upside down, you need help. If it's right side up, help them. Bear the flag and cross at all rallies. No other symbols will be tolerated. Obscures rooftop view and shows solidarity. One nation under God. Salute. Thank you very much. Anonymous sent $10. Should I watch on YouTube or Rumble, or are they both gay? Also, the trash lady was listening loudly to Candace, and a random anime editor I followed is making Charlie Kirk edits. Something is happening.
Something's happening.
Okay, so we got demonetized on YouTube, which means that we're no longer making ad revenue. We can no longer accept super chats, no more club, blah, blah, whatever crap. So any of the infrastructure for YouTube, next. Now, with Rumble, we did not get admitted into the partner program.
But we
whatever.
do take Rumble rants.
But we still have the ability to take Rumble rants. So please watch us on Rumble. Send us Rumble rants.
But for selfish reasons, I want to pump my YouTube channel still.
Your YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel can be found
At Blonde in the Belly of the Beast.
at Real Backlash on YouTube. No, anyway. But yeah, I mean, look, just watch the damn
watch
show.
the show,
I don't
yeah. I don't care where you
I don't care
watch
if you're
it.
watching it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever. Just, hang around. Things are cooking. We got things cooking. The next 2 weeks are going to be really big. I'm taking Sam Hyde's words to heart.
Yeah.
What we do in the next 2 weeks
it
is
was
going to...
so touching.
Yeah, that whole thing. I'm not going to play it. You can go watch it. But
We're going to talk about it on Wednesday. It was
Yeah.
just fantastic.
This is you. This is your daughter. And it's like,
This is your
oh my
sister.
God,
I'm in the car like,
bro. Anyway, okay, we got rant 1 of 3, sent $5. We have no use for those who should be left behind. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be brought along, and they shouldn't have a say in our journey. If they want to take away our lives, then why shouldn't we take away their rights? Rant 2 of 3 for $5. They don't deserve respect or a position in our societies. If they're only here to destroy what we cherish, they don't respect us. They don't value us. It's time you stop treating them otherwise. Rant 3 of 3 for $5. We are not going to debate, consult, vote, or support the left ever again. They've done their own thing, irrespective of our wishes, rules, and laws. Republicans should have representatives, but we don't. Democracy's votes should matter, but it doesn't.
yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I agree with all of that. I am less apprehensive to discount somebody that is moderate right after the Charlie Kirk thing.
Yes.
But if you are still a leftist at this point in time, you are my fucking sworn enemy.
Yep.
And, we'll deal with you accordingly.
Yeah. Ooh, I've actually got a moderate Republican that just texted me.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, very nice. Thank you for watching the show. I am not gonna out you. Don't worry. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I went to this. Let me see if I can pull it up. After our, I guess this was a day after, right? We had this big candlelight vigil here in Coeur d'Alene. About 2,000 people showed
Really?
up for it. It was incredible. Let me see. I know these guys posted.
Did you watch the
couple
video of that guy
pictures.
getting his ass kicked in Boise?
Holy shit! Yeah.
Did you watch it like 5 times?
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh,
them.
yeah. It was amazing.
So this was the candlelight vigil. I mean, and this was
Is that at the park?
yeah, it's at McEwen Park, down by the lake, and this was before it started, right? I mean, the crowd was just absolutely massive. let's see, there's a video here. I mean, look at this. You know, I'm not the biggest Amazing Grace fan, but it was touching. It was moving. It's a Protestant song. You know, like, look at these people. This is amazing.
Oh, man.
Right? So anyway, I'm just saying, big shout out to the Cross Girl, by the way. She's great. But there were people there. There was a guy there with a Swazi tattoo on his chest.
Oof.
For Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Comes out. And it's just like the spectrum across the board, the unity that was there that night, it was almost like the same unity that we had after COVID. Mm-hmm. And we've got to hold on to that. We have got, and you see who the first people are out the gate. I will never work with Nick Fuentes. I will never work with, it's like this IL Jacobi, whatever, all these Jewish accounts on Twitter, you know, and they're immediately trying to divide again and put that wedge between the far right and the moderates. And we can't have
let
that.
it happen.
We cannot let that happen. You know, if you are going to fight these godless leftists, I want to help. And, you know, we've got to get dirt. And, you know, listen, these leftists, I'm sorry to go on a rant. I know that this is not my time to rant, but, you know, we covered it on the show, right? This kooky bitch, Teresa Borenpol or whatever.
Yeah.
She's at this event and then she starts screaming and gets arrested by the police.
Right.
What happened? Everybody closed ranks around her. They protected her. The cops didn't charge her. The prosecutor said that they declined, prosecution.
We need to do that.
We need that mentality. We need to embrace our radicals. Obviously, no violence, but Paul's a radical. We got to embrace our radicals. We've got to help them, stand in solidarity with them. This kind of shit where like Patriot Front's getting together with the TPUSA people. This is great. We've got to do this. We've got to push the line on this, and we've got to hold this new baseline of the Ted Cruz post, the Charlie Kirk rants, and all this stuff. Like that is our new baseline of moderate conservatism. So don't let it slip back. Don't let them put people back to sleep. End rant. Sorry about that. Yojimbo Rockford sent $10. Whether he was eliminated because he was a Shabbos goy who outlived his usefulness or a target of communist violence, the Kirks are another white Christian family destroyed by Jewish hegemony.
Yep.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yep. Doesn't matter who pulled the trigger. Anonymous sent $5. Please get involved with TPUSA.com and Nick Fuentes. We need to heal the divide to what extent we can. Nick is right, but we still shouldn't brag. Protect the people speaking out and standing up. I didn't read that before I went on my rant, but precisely. BWC sent $25. I don't agree with all, but most, yes. Your takes on culture and finance, 100. Yeah, we're never going to have perfect ideological unity. It's never going to happen.
That's a shame.
80% rule. 80% rule is a good rule of thumb. Anonymous sent $5. I actually feel much better about Trump. I don't like this Israel stuff, but he's actually taking action against our domestic enemies. We've got to be careful because we know where his main priorities are, but it's nice that we have a president to retaliate.
No.
If he does something, what's he doing? I know that they've been talking about RICO. They've been talking about activating RICO.
I know. I was just like, we need to be more encouraging of moderate conservative philosophy. I'm like, fuck you, Trump. No.
The thing is, we need action. And I don't know if you guys saw this clip. I don't know if I can find it. But Donald Trump, like literally the day after Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk building. I don't know if you saw this clip. Here it is. Oh my God, this was just brutal to watch. Here we go.
How are you holding up over the last 3.5 years?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something.
Okay, so you can't really hear it, but it's there. A reporter comes up to him and asks, your friend Charlie Kirk is dead. How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Look at this building.
I'm fine. We're starting this beautiful building. Look at this building. We're building a ballroom. It's going to be magnificent. 150 years they've wanted this ballroom. And it's like, Do you even give a shit?
No.
There was a video of him the night Charlie Kirk died at like a ballpark doing the YMCA dance thing. And it's just like, did you care? I don't know, man. Judge not, lest ye be judged, I guess, whatever. Okay, moving on. Anonymous sent $5. The answer is to start rebuilding social networks and leave social media behind. We need real-world presence and connections, but we also need to stop letting the police or judicial system deal solely with bad actors and criminals.
Oh, Paul wants to come back in and say something.
Oh, okie dokie. How do I do that?
He's waiting in the same.
Oh, okie dokie.
No, that super chatter's totally right.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. Can I do this?
Dave, I don't know. I don't know, Dave.
Join. Yes, I can. Admit. Here he is.
Paul.
Sorry about that. Harley called. I had to take that. If I don't take it, sometimes she gets a little angry. She's got that mallet. It's scary. So again, I want to thank you, David. I want to thank you, Rebecca, for letting me come on and speak like this. I deeply appreciate it. I want to thank all the fans who came on and watched and hung out for everybody, everyone who donated to your show. Hope you guys get some more before the end of it. It's been a real honor and a pleasure to talk to you guys. I'll come back whenever you guys like. I think I should do more of these things. So again, it's been just absolutely wonderful, and thank you for letting me come back real fast because I felt bad about the way I kind of exited
it's
there.
It's okay, don't worry.
So,
I think people would be surprised at what a nice person you are. So
no, you're a sweetheart.
He's a
sweetheart. Look at this guy. My mother would pinch your cheeks, okay?
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I like to have the facade of being a psychopath, and it's kind of helpful.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. God bless you. Have a good rest of your show, and I'll be back really, really soon. Double Romans to Backlash. Double Romans. I don't want to do it on YouTube because they're gonna.
You know what we got to do? We got to get you to fly up here, and we'll have a day with you and Brother Nathaniel out on I-95 competing.
Oh God.
For Haunt.
Oh my God, me and Brother Nathaniel.
You could be dressed up as Joker. We got Brother Nathaniel in his outfit, and you guys can like be on opposite sides of I-95.
I don't know. He might like it. He
probably would.
He's a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah, he really is. He's losing his mind.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming on.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. Good night, everybody.
Oh my gosh. This is too much fun. How do I gotta close that button again, and I gotta bring this down. This is exciting content, everybody.
I have to pee so bad. How much time do you think we have left?
I don't know. We're on page 2.
Okay, I gotta. Sorry, guys.
No, you don't. Just hold it.
I drank a giant iced tea on the way over.
When my
here.
wife was giving birth with her last one, like I misjudged how long it would take to come out, and I was like literally there, like the midwife is like I could see the headlights, and I'm like holding her knees together. Like,
no, why? Why would if she needs to give birth? She needs to give birth.
Just hold it.
No.
Yes, you can do it. It's fine.
What is wrong with men?
I don't know, man. Okay.
You were trying to prevent her from birthing the baby because the midwife wasn't
for
here?
like a couple seconds.
No. She had the primal urge to push. You don't mess with that.
Listen, next time, 4th time's a charm. Okay, I'll probably deliver the 4th one on my own.
This turns me into such a feminist. Like listening to men talk about the birth experience of their wives makes me want to fucking murder. It turns me into Gloria Steinem, like what the feminist mystique. Yeah, the feminine mystique.
That was the Jewish woman. What was her name? Betty Friedan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Anonymous sent something. Yeah, rebuild social networks, leave social media behind. Yeah, we got to be building things on the ground. More on that in the coming weeks. We're doing something up here. It'll be really good. Jews for Blonde sent $5. I lived in Bellingham, Washington for a while. Beautiful area of the country. Mostly white people, which is great. The problem is that they're all depressed, liberal weed addicts. I'm a Jew, but hate Jewish clown world / Israel. How do you red pill the brainwashed?
How do I get out of this? There should be no Jews for Blonde.
This is great. I would like to encourage this. I think this is great. I've got Jews for Dave, Jews for Blonde.
No.
Jews for the Backlash.
No. No.
love it.
No. I'm not interested in an alliance with you. I don't want your money.
I got a text from another Jewish guy that wants to come on the show.
Is it?
It's the guy.
Okay.
We should have him on.
I like him. He gets a pass.
Yeah, we should
He's
have
the
him on.
only one, though.
There's only one.
There's one.
How do you red pill normies? By being a good person, living
You don't
a
red
good
pill
life.
normie at this point in time. You know what's red pilling normies? This Charlie Kirk thing.
Yeah, watching the video.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Not that should happen to have to
No,
red pill.
we
but
obviously-
people get red pilled by extreme events. COVID was a
Watching that woman have her throat slit and then watching Charlie Kirk have his throat hole punched was incredibly radicalizing. And if you're not feeling that at this stage of the game, after COVID, after BLM, George Floyd, after everything that we've been through, September 11th, for God's sake, and you're not fucking waking up, leave them.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Yeah.
Find your people. Find the people that already get it.
Yep.
You know? Okay, you read the titty salad one, right? Okay. Mechanized Doom sent $5.
I just wanted to say titty salad.
One thing's for certain, if Charlie Shooter had been black, there wouldn't have been a father at home to turn him in.
Yeah.
True.
Truth.
By the way, did you know that the
Truth.
guy's father was a cop?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I don't know. Everybody on the right.
His father was a cop, right? And then it's like your son is dating a tranny. I would probably turn my son in for the $100,000.
I don't think he took the reward.
By the way, there is also news coming out that there were Discord messages of him admitting to it. Discord has disavowed all knowledge of that.
I don't know, man.
We still need some more time for the fog of war to clear on this thing before we can like really construct. Also, like no transparency from what's his face, Cash Patel. Ugh.
Yeah. God.
A real Ubermensch sent $25. Paul, you're brave as fuck. We read that. FBA Groiper, we read that one too. Okie dokie. Bunny. Here we go. Let's get this. I accidentally pressed the button too many times.
I pressed the button.
Bunny sent $5. What do we do with the conservative blacks like Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, Hodge twins, etc.? If they're willing to accept our culture and assimilate to our beliefs, do we accept them as one of us?
I mean, we can't accept them as one of us.
I give the Hodge twins an honorary Aryan pass.
They are close, yeah.
They are as I don't even think they're all black. They
don't look all black.
They look half something.
Listen, the thing about black people is that a lot of them are basically heritage Americans.
FBAs.
And so there's nothing that we can do. Like that and Lucas Gage mentioned this in our excellent stream
we had
on
a
Twitter.
4-hour-long X Space last Friday.
Yes, Devin Stack was in there for the entire time.
It's recorded.
Yeah.
You can go back and listen
You
to it.
inexplicably told everybody that I put my kids down at 11 p.m. Incorrect.
Well, whatever. Yeah, here's the space. You can get it on the
Please check it out. It was so good.
It was a great space.
Lucas Gage mentioned that when he immediately got red pilled, he was like, "We're gonna send all the blacks to Africa," and then he was like, "We're not actually gonna do that. Like we have to live with American blacks. That's just part of this."
Listen, my measuring rod for this stuff is a little bit different than I think a lot of people in the right. I'm like a fucking Bible thumping fundamentalist, radical traditional Catholic, right? And so for me, it's like, if I see a black guy wearing a suit that shows up at church with his wife and 3 kids, and they're sitting, standing, kneeling, praying, they got their rosaries out and all this, it's like, that's one of mine.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know,
listen,
it doesn't invalidate the statistics. It doesn't invalidate the arguments or anything like that. But I gauge my tribe by faith. That's just me.
I don't, but I do give racial minorities, I'm not going to say the benefit of the doubt. I give them an opportunity to prove to me that they're more like white people than I expect them to be.
Well, you give respect, right? And there was a study that was done on this with the old alt-right that showed that the alt-right people were actually the least racist of any group polled. And it was because basically we look at people and it's like, okay, hello, yes, I would like to buy a cheeseburger. Do you want fries with that? Yes, I would. And it's like a decent interaction. Versus like, hey, can I get a pack of Marlboros? Shit, motherfucker, get out the way. Bah, 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 give me your money. You know what I mean? Like, there's a very clear difference. You give respect when you get respect.
Yeah, I respect racial minorities in public, But I'm not going to be like...
Unless they're acting like assholes.
I'm not going to be like... Even if I see somebody that is behaving well, I know that if times get tough, it's more likely than not that they're going to revert to the mean of their race. So I'm not doing this
and like you don't sit on the bus like, you know what I mean? You don't relax.
No.
You move your seats. You don't allow somebody to sit in your blind spot.
You
I don't know.
take the bus.
Don't go to O Block.
Don't
you
go
and
to
Vince
are so stupid.
I don't know. I'm going to go back there this November, though. It's going to be fun. We'll do an update. Me and Vinny got our yearly Chicago trip.
Vinny
two phones. By the way, buddy, I still have your Coca-Cola. Thanks to Silent Bear. We got to get that to you. New Renaissance sent $10. I have some ideas to offer up soon, but for today, I just appreciate what y'all are doing.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to Gypsy for being here. Well, thank you for the super chat. Anonymous sent $10. I got recommended Rebecca's interview with Paul Miller 2 weeks ago.
No way.
I noticed you were wearing a Peter Steele Playgirl shirt. You naughty girl. Good music, W shirt.
I love Type O negative.
What is what is this?
Don't ruin this with your ignorance. Okay. I only discovered Type O negative like 6 years ago, and I just love Type O negative. Peter Steele, I believe, in his prime, was the most handsome man to ever exist. And word has it.
This guy?
Yeah. Word has it that he was a very kind and sensitive soul, and he was Catholic. He was Roman Catholic.
Man, huh?
Wait, pull up that one of him in the green shirt. On the
shirt.
left there. Yeah. Now type in Playgirl. Yeah, look at that. Wasn't he beautiful?
No. What?
Talented.
Paul, what's his name? Paul.
Peter Steele. God bless it. Playgirl, right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So he famously
What is this?
showed his wiener in Playgirl.
Oh,
Pull
God.
up
I
that
don't
one.
want to.
Well, you don't pull up the graphic ones. Pull that one up. I have a shirt that has this on it.
Don't look at pornography.
That's not pornographic.
Borderline. I don't know what it.
He famously shows his wiener in Playgirl magazine. And then later he said, I didn't know that it would be all gay men.
Bro.
Looking at it. Okay,
don't
listen.
do porn.
You're not going to besmirch Peter Steele.
I'm not
This is
besmirching.
my program. This show is my baby.
Okay.
And everybody loves Type O negative, and no one's going to talk shit about Peter Steele. Glorious rocker Peter Steele, okay?
I mean, of course, like I'm over here like thinking about the people that I like, and I'm like, let's compare and contrast. Yeah, see,
What a fag. Who is this?
you don't know who that is? It's Tom York, Radiohead.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
By
Look
the
at
way-
his dysgenic eye. Look at his wonky
his
eye.
eye doesn't work. He's got paralysis or something.
Yeah,
Like,
because of his
eye-
bad genes.
I don't know if he has bad genes.
He's got bad genes.
He's
That guy has bad
English.
genes. You know what Ed Dutton would say about that guy? That he should never breed. Peter Steele, on the other hand,
BDS, by the way, is
maybe you should look at some of that Peter Steele porn to see how good his genes
Oh
are.
God, no! By the way, Radiohead is getting hit by BDS, so I guess you got to boycott their shows. Oh.
If anybody talks shit about Type O negative,
Okay.
I will ban
Peter
you permanently
Steele,
from the chat.
Playgirl. Okie dokie.
Will ban you from the chat. I don't give a shit. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Big Mad Lad sent $5. I'm more and more satisfied with my vote for Trump. He's not the best, but he will likely deport a lot of nons, and the FBI isn't coming after us. No war in Iran has happened either. He at least bought us more time to grow and organize.
What? No. All right.
Listen.
Let's not all go full retard because of the Charlie Kirk situation.
I will say that the time to build is now. Building nonprofits, building networks, building companies. This is a great time. The heat is, in fact, off of us, and it's on things like Jewish Voices for Peace, Party for Socialism and Liberation. Like, if you're paying attention, this is who the administration is going after. They do seem to be giving the right a little bit of a pass for now.
Yeah.
How long is that going to last? But we need to organize. But listen, this Iran shit, it's gonna pop off again. The Iran stuff is not over.
Oh, I know. Of course
That
not.
is not over. So be careful. Big Mad Lad sent $5. Dave should try to infiltrate some LGBT groups. He'd easily fit in with those classes. Also, no blacks. Hodge twins are cool, but they are race mixers. All blacks back to Africa.
Did they marry white
nationalism
chicks?
over multiracial Christian nationalism.
Is that true?
You guys haven't seen the photos of me at the...
Dave, I have to pee so bad.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
I gotta pee. See, if you would have just let me go pee,
I could infiltrate some gay groups. It'd be totally fine.
I believe you.
Stop it.
You're gonna wear your paisley shirt.
Stop it. I get a nice pair of like white pants. There may be some leathers.
That was really
Shut the fuck
convincing.
up. Anonymous sent $5. The based blacks you treat with respect and trade with them honestly. Otherwise, let them do their own thing. And if you want an alliance like that, okay, sure, but don't mix. Don't bring them in and don't unduly persecute or assist them. Yeah, I mean, like, leave them alone. Like, you know who your tribe is.
Yeah.
Hang out with your people, right? Easy. Jimmy C. sent $10. Peter Steele was my friend's cousin. I once met him long ago.
Really?
That's from Jimmy C.
It makes me feel good to know that I'm like 3 degrees of separation from Peter Steele.
Yeah.
He died a horrible death.
There was a guy, I don't really want to out him, but this band that I used to listen to in like high school, the lead singer from that band watches our show.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? He followed me on Twitter. And I was like, this is really cool. I need to call him, actually. But things are happening. Things are happening, especially in the artistic sphere. I don't.
Maybe we can get those Nazis from Ace of Base on.
What?
Ace of Base, like the 2 guys ended up being
really
pretty serious.
I saw the sign.
Oh, yeah. Ace of Base rocked.
They were Nazis?
Not the chick, 2 of the dudes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Just checking our Bitcoin super chats. Looks like a couple of you checked it out, but you didn't send any money. Please, by the way, send us super chats with our Bitcoin thingy-dinger. You can find it backlash.net. It's the green one, maybe for the Wednesday episode. We just paid for our server today with money that we actually got from commissions from Blockstream.
No way.
Somebody bought a hardware wallet for their Bitcoin, and we got a little bit of money from that, like $30.
Would you look at that?
And we were able to pay for some of our server fees with it. So fuck you if you say Bitcoin doesn't work. It does. Visit our friends at Blockstream. Oh, we also have to talk about North Idaho Tallow Company. If you're sick and tired of skincare packed with chemicals you can't pronounce, North Idaho Tallow Company might be for you. They keep it simple with grass-fed tallow, time-tested ingredients, and zero junk. Their soaps, balms, and lip balm are packed with bioavailable nutrients that your skin actually needs. No fillers, endocrine disruptors, just rugged, reliable skincare that works. Ditch the synthetic garbage. Switch to North Idaho Tallow Company. Get yours at idahotallow.com. Thank you for being a sponsor of this fine program. Thank you. Thank you for watching this program.
Wants is another baby. That's another one. Ace of Base? No.
Anonymous sent $5.
Thanks, Anonymous.
Let the girl pee.
Well, that's a good last super chat.
All right.
I really do. Thank you guys so much for joining us, for joining Mr. Paul Miller. We really appreciate it. If you are still watching stuff, you could just go right over to Paul Miller's show. Like, I think he's probably going to be live in like 10 minutes.
Nick is going to be live.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Watch Paul and then watch Nick. It's
yeah,
fine.
Totally.
Big Mad Lad sent $5 for Blonde's damaged bladder.
Thank you. It's okay. Birth did that. You can find us on X at Real Backlash. All of our links at thebacklash.net. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We're trying to get those platforms up and running. Our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel. Just follow us in all the places.
Please follow us.
Give us your money so we can make the show better. We love you guys. We'll see you on Wednesday.